Hello. Hello everyone, MVL here, and today we are doing a live unboxing of this, The House of the Dead, Limidead edition on the Nintendo Switch. As of the making of this video, this is the only physical version of this game to come out, although it is available on other platforms as well. And this is the only way to play it with motion controls. We'll be diving into the motion controls on this video. I will be unboxing this. Well, there aren't a ton of extras with this. I mainly got it because it was the physical edition, but I'll be showing breaking the seal, if you will, and the, I believe, stickers included in this, as well as the lenticular cover on a different webcam setup. And we will be taking a look at the gameplay as well, using the motion controls, which I'm super excited about. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into breaking the seal of this. I will show you a better look at this with the other camera setup right now. So, taking a look at the game itself, here is the House of the Dead Limidead edition. You can see the cover there. The characters move on the lenticular cover, which is very cool. On the back here, you have the extras included, which includes some cutout standees and some stickers, or they may be one and the same. I'm hoping this will include a manual as well, but the main thing is it's cool to get a physical version of it. This being the only physical version at this time, this was the version of the game that interested me the most. So, we're going to open this up and take a look at it and see what is included, get the cartridge put in the Nintendo Switch system, and get to some gameplay as well, which is very exciting. So, let's open this up. I'm going to use some scissors and cut away at the wrapping here to break the seal of this. And it looks like it has an outer sleeve, which would be the lenticular cover, as aforementioned. And we'll get into there. I'm interested to see if this cover has a holographic card behind it, and this part is cardboard, and see if those are separate pieces or if they're put together. It'd be kind of cool if they're separate, but we shall see. I'm also hoping there'll be a manual on this, but you don't get a lot of manuals on video games these days, it would seem. Even sometimes on special editions. But the main thing is it's cool to get a physical version of this. Now, there was another limited edition version of this which came with more extras. That was an overseas release, however. So I wanted to get this. I think I got this from Game, although it was also available on like Amazon and Argos, I believe, as well. I wanted to get one that was from my region, even though there aren't any DLC that I know of for this yet. If you get one that is not from your region, you'll need a region account specifically for the content. So there's the back of the case right there. I'll give you a better look at the actual shots of gameplay screen, but we will be playing some gameplay on this stream as well. Very cool to get this. Here's a look at the front. You can see that lenticular cover in a little bit more detail now. It's a little bit easier to see what's going on there. The 3D on the hand in particular I really like. It really looks like it's moving out of the case. Now there's a little bit of damage to the cutaway here, like the tiniest bit. You probably can't see it, but it's very, very slightly damaged. But that's to be expected. But this looks very cool. I really like that. It's a nice addition to have. I've seen other lenticular covers in the past, and they're cool. They're a cool gimmick to have on your edition. I like that. So let's open up the Limidead edition. There's the spines of the case. Let's have a look at this. So I was correct. It does seem that there's a ton of things here. It does seem that the insert is an actual 3D card. So yes, that is kind of cool. I'm glad they did that. The zombies breaking through the door. Here's zombies. So there's them. Very cool. It looks very good. I like that. So there's that. And these are standees. Okay. So here is the first House of Dead Remake standee. Cardboard, of course. So you can stand that up if you would like. There's that zombie there. Played the original game. I had that on the PC, although it doesn't work on modern operating systems. The actual Saturn version is very expensive these days. Here's the next one with a chainsaw wielding enemy here. And I will be very interested to see how this works with the Joycon motion controls. Hey Be Right, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Here are the sticker sheets that come with it, with some bats or keys if you're a Zelda fan. There's the House of Dead title sequence, the pistol, and the chainsaw character right there. So they're cool. I'm going to leave them as is, actually, and here is the game itself. If there was a standard edition, this would be it in of itself. This is the European version, of course. I understand they're working on a House of Dead 2 remake as well. I've played just about every House of the Dead game. I've played 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3 I played on the Wii, 1 I played on the PC. I played 4, there's a digital download version of that on the PlayStation 3 online store. At least there was. PlayStation 3 is getting increasingly hard to access these days until they eventually, Sony that is, eventually puts it offline. There's a digital version of that you can play. There is House of Dead Overkill on the Wii and PlayStation 3 as well. And there is Crimson Dawn, which I have not played, which is arcade only, I believe. Which would be nice if 4 or Crimson Dawn gets ported. The Switch controls are going to be a pain. Be right? Yeah, I'm curious. So one thing I want to mention, actually, before we begin, is I will be trying to use the motion controls. The motion controls use the Joy-Cons, which are gyroscopic controlled. So they sense movement. This is just for anyone curious, before I open up the game itself. The Joy-Cons sense movement by gyroscopic control, so they're gyro controlled. They sense movement entirely, not by any sensor bar like the Wiimote does. So the Wiimote is infrared. So here's a Wiimote right here. And the reason Wiimotes are so good is because they have the sensor here, and that aligns with 2 sensor bars, 2 infrared sensors, which is your sensor bar for the Wii. As a matter of fact, those could be anything because it's detected by the, let's say, camera source in here, if you will. The infrared here. The 2 sensor bars, they could be 2 candles, and this would still work. But anyway, my point is that this has a sensor, the Wiimote that is, for the Wii. And the reason why like House of the Dead 2 and 3, which were ported on the Wii, works so well, is that there was a sensor bar. So this was pointing and aiming that way. That's why this works so well. With the PlayStation 3 Move, there was a camera, and that detected the light on the Move controller. And it worked in a very similar way, you know, almost a rip-off, if you will, of the Wii control, but a different way of doing it. This doesn't use any sensor bar, it is just the movement. So if I tilted this up, it would sense it moving up. If I tilted this down, it would sense it moving down. It's not, there's no pointer, there's no point of contact, there's no calibration, as far as I know. And hey Kims, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Good old Remake. Yeah, this will be a lot of fun, I'm hoping for. So, it'll be interesting to see how this works. It will be interesting to see how this works. I know that you can use regular controls if you want to use the Pro controller, if you will. You can use that. But I specifically got this to try it with a motion control. So we'll see how that works. But I've got the Mario collection that they released, the anniversary collection they released for the Switch. And the game Mario Galaxy, which was a Wii game, used the same type of pointer controls. It was a Wii game. They ported it to the Switch. And I had to constantly recenter the pointer. So I think that's going to be an issue with this game as well. You're going to be constantly recentering the pointer. But we'll see. So, I mean, that's, if anyone was curious about the different technologies here, this will probably not work as well as it would if it was on a Wii. Hey, Victory Leo, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Anyway, with that said, and I just wanted to get that out of the way because I figure if I forget to say that during the gameplay, if anyone's wondering why the pointer controls are not on point, it's because they're gyroscopic, and that's a different thing. It's a shame they didn't release like an actual peripheral. They could do that. Maybe they will when they release the second House of the Dead game and they put an update to it. Maybe they will. But this will be the closest thing to an arcade experience with the zapper, if you will. So we'll open this. You good, Leo? It's good to be my friend. We'll open this up right now. Take a look at this. Get on with it, Be Right. Is he getting on with it? Get on with it! Alright, I'm going to have to use the scissors. There we go. Alright. And we'll open this up. So there's the game itself. I like the cover art. It'll be interesting to see how this plays compared to the original as well. Will it give you infinite credits? or will they make you earn the credits like you did in the 2 and 3 remakes, 2 and 3 ports rather, on the Wii? It'd be interesting. I'm not sure if we'll get through the whole game in one go as well, but we'll see. There's the spine, and there's the back, same as it was on the lenticular cover. And inside of here, we have no manual. I didn't expect a manual. You don't get a manual in many games these days, but you always have this space for an insert, and there's often nothing there. Here is the cartridge in of itself. So there's a look at that. And that's the main thing I wanted as well, a physical copy of this game. This is the only, at this time, physical copy of this. So I'm going to put this in the Switch whilst we take a very quick overview of everything else, and then we will get to gameplay when that is active. Hey Daniel, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. So whilst I have this camera set up, I'm going to go put in the cartridge. If it has any updates to do, it will update. And then we will look at the gameplay proper. So, let's get this into the machine. Empty case, be right. Yeah, it seems to be, these days, you often get essentially no manual in. It would, in the PlayStation 3 era, when manuals were becoming less of a thing, I thought it was nice to get, let's say, just one sheet with the controls in. Or, printed on the inside of the inlay. They could do it that way. And that would not, they have, information in the inlay anyway. They could do that. So it doesn't look like the game required any update whatsoever, which was nice. So we'll get to playing that in just a moment. So just to recap before we get to it, there's the game itself, which is cool. We got a sticker sheet in there as well. And we got these two standees. They were cardboard. Getting dirty, be right. There was this 3D lenticular card, which went with the case to look very cool. I liked that a lot, actually. That was very cool. I enjoyed how this case looks. That was sweet. Probably one of the coolest things. Hey, Henry. How you doing, buddy? Welcome. Alright, so let's get the game ready to go and get ready to play some House of the Dead. I think we're only going to need one Joy-Con for this. But I will get the game ready to rock. You good, Daniel? Alright. Hey, Fifth Doctor. You got it yourself recently, Fifth Doctor, for £28? Nice. Alright. Let's get this game going and switch to some capture. Okay. We're into the gameplay of the game. Or we will see. We'll have a look at the options as well. Hope you guys are doing well. And hope you are good, my friends. Thank you for checking out this unboxing stream as well. I've mostly used the Pro Controller when using the Nintendo Switch. So, I am less used to using the Joy-Cons. I have used the Joy-Cons for games that require it, but for the most part, I prefer this controller. But I'm going to be using, I think, just one. Just the one, actually, I think. We'll see. Hopefully it has some control options here. The faster you kill, the more points you get. House of the Dead 1 and 2. I think they did films for those, to your point, Fifth Doctor. Yeah, I think they did. Alright, I'm just going to leave the brightness as it is. I guess. Do I need to use the left stick here? Yes, I need to use the other Joy-Con stick. Okay, that was weird. We need to use both Joy-Cons. Alright, there you go. Alright. Do you want to enable performance mode? It can be later changed in gameplay settings. So there are... I was going to check this out in the options menu. Without a manual, it doesn't tell me exactly what they do. There are two visual setting modes to this game. One has a higher graphical setting at the expense of frame rate. The other has performance mode, which I think is the latter, and that runs smoother, but it sacrifices like some lighting options or some visual options. I'm not exactly sure what. I think it's a little bit of a shame that this is a growing trend in games, because you get games that run perfectly fine on the Nintendo Switch. Like, for example, Breath of the Wild looks amazing. And it is no discredit to the people that made this game. This game was not specifically designed for the Switch. That is the reason for this. It would just be nice if they spent a little more time to work it to work properly with the Switch. I'm not going to enable that setting because even though the game might be able to do more, I am only streaming at 30 frames a second anyway, so there's that. Alright. So on the original House of the Dead game, if you stayed on the main menu, it would... Oh man, it's just so cool watching this with these graphics, actually. If you stayed on the menu, it would eventually play a cinematics, which looks like we're rolling through right here anyway, telling you how to play the game. Checking out Twitch, Daniel. I'm actually on Twitch as well, as over there as well. I'm multi-streaming currently, actually, which is funny because B Right's over on their Twitch side as well. I actually do find that Twitch, to be fair, Twitch is easier to set up than YouTube, because you don't need to do thumbnails, and you don't need to do tags and all of that stuff. So I'm actually going to let these cinematics roll out, just to see how they compare from my visuals to the original. I like to watch this. Very reminiscent of the original game. Cool to see. I am seeing... So normally when I am streaming, I notice that the frame rate on my OBS, my Open Broadcast software, is slower than what I'm seeing on the TV screen itself. But in this instance, I am seeing a little stuttering on the TV screen. Just a little bit. It looks good though. It looks good. I will be trying to see both options and see what they both look like. But I'm liking what I'm seeing and I'm liking what I'm hearing. The music is good, the visuals are good. Alright, let's get into play this. I'm not sure if we're going to get all the way through the game. It is a short game, but it can be a difficult game depending on the settings you choose. So anyway, what options do we have? Let's check those out first. We have a single Joycon mode. Is that enabled? Can I enable that? Yes. Okay, so now I can... I still can't control it with a single Joycon, so I don't see how that helps. I guess I will turn that on. That's on if the hand is there, I'm guessing? Okay, use gyroscope. Yes, I want to do that. Oh, aim... right, and how do I change this? Aim with the right stick, yeah. So now I should be able to... No, still can't control it with the right stick. Okay. Alright, so now we're using the gyroscopes. Combine gyroscope with the input with the stick. We might as well switch that to the left stick then. And I guess we'll use both at the same time. That'll help, probably. So now we can, like, what this will mean is that the hand is on. Thanks for the tips, B, right? Yeah, because I couldn't tell for a second. What this will mean is I can aim with the right Joy-Con, but I can, like, fine-tune with the left Joy-Con if that becomes necessary. You can change the sensitivity as well. Interesting. And there's the dead zone. Okay. Gyroscope control mode. Toggle on press. Okay. Enable on hold. I don't understand what that means. Use Joy-Con right. That's fine. Invert Y-axis on gyroscope. I don't need that on this type of game. Invert Y-axis. Okay. Oh, X and Y. Sensitivity. I'm not sure. Without seeing a calibration mode, I'm not sure if we need to change this or not. But that seems fine. I will invert the Y-axis without the gyroscope though. Okay. Show controller mapping. Right. Okay. So ZR is reload. The pause button is plus. Okay. Man, I can't change weapons unless I use the other Joy-Con. That's annoying. Okay. Press reset gyroscope. Okay, so if I press this down, I reset the gyroscope. That would be the thumbstick. Right. I need to know that. Change the weapons with the directional buttons. Okay. And I can also aim with this. Right, okay. Interesting. There's a flashlight button, which is the B button. There's a lot of buttons. Okay. Right, okay, accept. That's fine. Right, what other controls have we got here? Right, so that's the R button. Display. Display HUD. I can turn that on or off. Or I can hide the HUD. That's fine. The heads-up display. Okay. I will keep it on for now, because this is my first time playing it. Sound options. We have the master volume, we have sound effects and all of that stuff. Gameplay. Performance mode can be enabled. I'm going to try that when we're in the game. I think it was the plus button to pause it. Use vibrations. I might turn that off, we'll see. I do want to have the crosshair on the screen. Automatic reload. That I might turn that on if we struggle. Aim assist medium, player color, that's fine, red is fine. You can change. I actually like these options to change the crosshair, because a lot of people, they want to see the crosshair like bigger, smaller, different colors so they can properly see it. That makes sense. Player 2 options as well, same options here. Player 2 by default is blue. Alright, 2 player by the default actually. I'm sure there's a way to switch weapons on one Joy-Con, like I just don't know what it is yet. I will look at the controls in more detail later. It would be nice if you could just use these side buttons instead. And then that's the language options as well. Okay, so I guess we'll just accept and go back. Right, so I will play a new campaign. Welcome to the House of the Dead Remake. There are many ways to play the game, so make sure to review all options and create a session that suits you. Okay, fair enough. Right, I'm going to play the original mode, but we also have another mode there as well, which adds more enemies, I believe, is what that does. Difficulty normal. Okay, Chapter 1, Tragedy. Kyrian Mansion keeps all secrets. Oh, okay, that went by fast. Alright, let's get into the action then, I guess. Alright, let's hope we can deal with the undead as quickly as we dealt with that text. Or its scroll past, I should say. I'm assuming the A button is the fire button. I didn't actually take that down. And we'll find out very soon. Oh, I did not check what the reload button was as well. I think we're going to be immediately looking at the controls to refresh some of those as we get into it. So be right, you've played this before. Is there a way to change the weapons on one controller so I don't need to use the second controller at all? That would be nice. That's a relatively long load time. But I imagine there's going to be no in. Okay, press shoot when ready. I don't know what button that is. I'm going to press A. It's A. I saw the plants pop in there. Oh, could not save that guy. Oh wow, he instantly got me. Do need to recenter this, I think. Yeah, there we go. Oh, how do I reload? Huh? Hero unlocked. Okay, alright, how do I reload? What were the controls again? I forget. Show controller mapping. What is reload? Reload is ZR. Okay. And I can't make these one control. It does look like the original for sure. I've got one controller mode on, haven't I? Let's just play it. Let's just play the game. Get on with it. I will keep this handy in case I do need to switch weapons, I guess. Reload is Z. Oh man, I don't know why it took so long to reload there. I need to reset again. Look at this. I'm pointing it straight forward. It's going in the corner. The reset button is in a bad place, I'll say as well. So you're going to need to reset a lot. Oh wow, this is kind of difficult. I'm struggling to reload. Yeah, pressing the wrong button, I think. Oh my goodness. Oh, you have to use... I got 0 continues? Oh, I got 10 continues. Okay. We're going to have to do that again from the start. I had a lot of difficulty with the controls immediately. Okay. Maybe I need to turn up the sensitivity. It was so... There were a lot of weird control issues there. I had heard that it wasn't perfect. To be fair. Had heard that it wasn't perfect. Reload your gun. I don't know why I could not reload so much. I was having issues with like the reload. Am I supposed to aim off screen and reload? I'm going to need to turn the sensitivity up, I think. So you mean, yeah, be right. It is very... I don't know why it was so difficult. I've got single Joycon mode on. Can I change the recenter button? The recenter button being the thumbstick is kind of difficult as well. This was the same screen that the button mapping was on, right? I seem to have lost the button mapping option. That's weird. Yeah, it was here. Like it was down the bottom, right? I'm not being crazy. Okay. Right. So I mean, sensitivity. I guess I need to up the sensitivity a little bit. Maybe 2. I think that sensitivity is for the thumbstick. Oh, there's the controller mapping. I couldn't scroll down to it for some reason. Reload is ZR. Man, I don't know. The reload is difficult. And this is center. So, previous weapons, next weapon. Is there no way to set the previous weapon and next weapon button to the, like, to the SR button here? Can I not change these controls? Okay, I guess you can. Alright then. I'll try again. It looks great. Alright then. I mean, I hope with the extra... I do need to hold this controller to change weapons. There are a lot of paths you can choose. Okay. If the recenter button was the other button here, if you could change the buttons, I guess I just don't know how to change the buttons. Maybe there is a way. If you could change the buttons, it would be a lot easier. Just get them like, because it's more natural for me to like grip it this way. So like recentering being this like SR button hidden here, that would be a lot more natural, I think. But it's definitely, I knew it would be a lot harder than using the Wiimote. But from the bat, that was pretty bad. Shoot when ready. Okay, yeah. Fairly, it's not that long a loading time. It didn't seem to load when you're in there. I can see some textures popping in though. Not textures, rather, the grass. Anyway, this is my first time playing the game. I expect to have issues, as with the nature of a live stream unboxing. I might turn on auto reload. I am not reloading for some reason. I tried to reload then. I'm pressing the reload button. Do I have to aim off screen? What's going on here? Like, this is the reload button. I'm confused. And then it reloaded. The hell? Am I supposed to, like, shake the gun while I... No, I can't reload. Is there a reason for that? Is there a trick to the reloading that it's not telling me? I'm gonna have to turn on auto reload. I cannot reload the gun. It said, you know, it did then. That was weird. Oh, the ZR button is also fire? Do I have to press both buttons at the same time? I'm so confused. I mean, the aim is a little better like this, but I don't know how to reload. It definitely said ZR.
It's you.
This guy.
Sophie!
I'm gonna have to turn on auto reload. It's not happening. Right. Options. Let me go back to the button, just in case I was misreading it. Show the controller mapping. ZR reload. I mean, that's what I'm pressing. I pressed both of them, to be fair, as well. Is there a reason it doesn't reload if I press the button? Very strange. Or maybe it's my Joy-Cons. Maybe my Joy-Cons are like, maybe the button's broken. Huh. Alright, fair. Maybe the button's broken on my Joy-Con, or maybe it's just like super sensitive to like some movement. I'm gonna have to turn on auto reload because it's not reloading. Which feels like cheating, to be honest. Where was that? Was it on gameplay? I think it was. Alright. It's not on gameplay. Although we could look at see what performance mode looks like real quick. Oh, you can definitely see a difference. So there's performance mode on. There's performance mode off. Yeah, you can see like the lighting change. Alright. So third time's a charm, right? I'm gonna sort of I'm gonna sort of like disregard those previous attempts. Okay, so nobody knows any like trick to reload, and nobody knows how to change the buttons, I guess. Doesn't seem that way. I mean, I don't. This is the problem where you don't get manuals of games as well. Okay. I saw it a little while ago that there was a auto reload button. See if I can find it again.
Please, help! Everyone is getting killed.
I definitely saw an auto reload. Oh, there it is. But that's on player 2. Oh, it's there. I just didn't see it. It's the font. Right, I guess. 1 second. Can I just make it like 0 seconds? Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Maybe there's a delay on the reload. Maybe that was it. Alright, we'll play a new campaign. And this time, hopefully. Wow. Okay, guys. It takes a little setup then. It did give a warning when you started it to say that there was a setup. But this is probably the most setup I've had to do for like a game when you're like messing with the options, if you know what I mean. Normally I'll go on the options of a game and like, you know, maybe like change the inversion and maybe turn off the subtitles. But, okay, that was a lot. I guess I don't need to worry about the reload button anymore, because it wasn't working anyway. Now I should, I mean, it's still awkward to switch button to recenter. If the recenter button could be changed, that would be great. Maybe they'll patch it and change some of that. You can definitely tell a difference in the graphics when you change the visuals, I'll say that. I suppose, though, that the performance mode will help, like, a lot. Alright, it should auto-reload now. Okay, yeah, much better. I've immediately gone off center. Oh, that was the wrong person. I've recentered it twice already. It's gone off center again. Man, this is tough. The reload automatically helps, but not by a lot. Man, I am resetting it like all the time. If the reset button was a different button, that would also help, I think. It's constantly drifting to the right.
It's you.
Sophie!
Well, that was close. I mean, now it's set up, it's like more playable. Don't do it. Oh, I tried.
This is terrible.
They've got the voice acting back. How do I change weapon then? Is that a weapon I just grabbed? Yeah, I could not get the reload to work earlier, so... Could not aim at that enemy on the far right. That was really awkward as well. Wow, those barrels did not hurt the enemy. I might need to turn the sensitivity up even more. I still can't aim well. It's like really slow getting from one side of the screen to another. Saved you.
You can go upstairs from that room.
I'm going to turn the sensitivity up again. To 3. A little better. It's still difficult because I'm having to press the reset button all the time to recenter it. It keeps drifting to the right by itself. Alright, I need oh boy. Need some help. That was difficult. Yeah, it's tough when it like keeps shifting to the right like this. Oh, that was awkward. Cannot get it to stay still. It's like jumping all over the place. Give me some health. Damn it. So hard to aim down. So there's a couple of things. I wish they'd made the reload like shaking the stick. I also wish they'd made the recalibration button a different button. It's going to be really hard to play with these controls, I gotta say. You can see it, the controller's like dancing all over the place. I'm holding it still. It's also like really slow to move it up and down. Might turn the sensitivity up again. But then it's going to juggle itself more, isn't it? I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to.
Reload.
Alright, I mean, yeah. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest.
Reload.
I can't hit him! It just keeps dancing around him. There we go.
That voice. Sophie, are you okay?
I was so scared.
There you go. As we stuff in the settings, yeah, for sure be right. To be fair, I've gone to the settings a lot. For a live stream. I'd rather stay out of the settings as much as I can. Oh man, I cannot aim. I mean, to be fair, like, part of this is on me, but largely the controls are really, really difficult to aim. I'm going to turn the sensitivity up again. Oh boy. Yeah, the Wii games did it a lot better, Seacrest. Yeah. I turned sensitivity up. Maybe if I turn the dead zone up a little bit. Not sure if that'll help. We'll see. Yeah, I guess I'll try that. Oh, now it's much faster, which helps a little bit. It's jiggling a bit less. I think it's too fast. It might be a little too fast. Oh, he took all his clothes off. Let's go. Like slightly less than that.
You must stop, Kyrian, or else something terrible will happen.
Sophie!
I lost everybody. I tried to save them. Alright. Next chapter. How many coins do I have? 10. 10 would normally be more than enough coins to do the game. Normally. I feel like I'm fighting against the controls here a little bit. I don't mean to be like so negative about it, but yeah, people were kind of right. I did read on the reviews that the controls were difficult. Maybe if you get the perfect setup, like set it up perfectly, then it's a lot easier to play. It does look like one you do need to like dive into the options beforehand. I'll probably find out like the settings afterwards that make this a lot more playable. I imagine they vary depending on your Joy-Con itself as well. My Joy-Con was set up to start in the corner of the room. Could not get it in the center in time. I'm gonna like turn this down like a little bit. And maybe I'll turn this up a little bit. I'm still just like guessing on this. I wish the reset button was not the thumbstick, because you have to take your thumb off this button and push this down. Pushing down thumbsticks is always awkward. Yeah, I wish you could change that. See, look, I'm holding it straight and it's in the middle of the screen here. Alternate path, maybe. I might change my color on this to like blue or something. I still don't know why the reload didn't work at all. The reload was really weird. Come on, man, how was I supposed to react to that? Can't count the amount of times I've had to reset the calibration at this point. Every time I turn it, it goes like off.
Reload. Reload.
Oh.
Thank you.
Just saw them like waving their legs around in the air. I was like, what's going on? The graphics look great though. I mean, to be fair, you might just want to play this with a controller at this point. Maybe they figured you wouldn't need to recalibrate this much, but I don't know.
Reload.
That was lucky.
Thank you.
I reckon you can probably get these. It's better controlling now than it was. I reckon you can probably get this pretty good with enough time put into like figuring out exactly how you want the buttons to work. Damn it. It is controlling better now than it was. It took me 2 previous attempts to get there, to be fair. And I had to turn it on to auto reload because I could not figure out reloading. Hey, Silent Brett, welcome, buddy. Yeah, I got the physical version of this game. It's controlling better now. I'm kind of getting used to it. I still don't know why reload was not working like at all. I had to turn on auto reload. But then I hardly use my Joy-Cons. My Joy-Cons could, in fairness, be broken. It keeps like going to the like side, the controller that is. I'm like resetting it every second.
Thank you.
I'm gonna adjust that dead zone again. I think that helped out a lot actually. Put that to like 1.4. Damn it. Yeah, it feels a little better. Still jumping to the side a lot. With it being red and the blood being red, it's like hard to see it as well. I'm tempted to change the color. I'm not going to shoot the fish tank. That'll get out. Fight me. How you doing, Brett, as well, my friend? I'm trying to save that person. Trying to. Oh, too late. The controller kept like journeying to the left. You can see it like as I'm not moving. It's just like journeying to the left of the screen by itself. Yeah, it really is. It's like... I'm gonna put it back to where I just had it. What was that, 1.2? Yeah. It was a little better, but it was moving around even more.
It's a dead end.
I meant to shoot that. Crap. I also think the start button should be a different button. Nah, it's still moving around. Now to the right instead of the left. Stay in the center. Stop moving to the right. This is hopeless. Right. Oh. Maybe 1.3. The problem is I'm trying to aim straight, but right there, for example, I'm trying to aim straight, but I'm also having to adjust for the cursor continuously moving right. Maybe I got Joy-Con drift, maybe that's it. That is a thing that can happen where your Joy-Cons drift by themselves. Maybe I should turn off the stick aim, maybe that might help actually, maybe that is what it is, maybe my Joy-Con has the issue. Because I have not used it. Yeah, combine, I'll turn that off, maybe that'll help. You know what? That might have been it. It might be my Joy-Con was drifting. It's not, or that I adjusted it. It's not moving by itself anymore. Oh, that was bad. Achievement unlocked. I just destroyed a civilian. Nice. Okay, so I have a potentially broken Joy-Con, which means the other Joy-Con might be broken as well, to be fair. Wow, all of these guys are dying. Okay, so that was my Joy-Con. It's a common error with the Joy-Con where the thumbstick drifts by itself because of an issue with its design. Well, no saving those two. There's a cheap plastic in the... man, this is a lot better like this. I should have turned this on ages ago, I wouldn't have lost as many lives. Reload. Maybe you can turn off that sound bite. How many credits have I got left after this? They don't give you a lot of time in the credit scene. Calibrate again. Their eyes are red, and the aimer is red. Reticle. So you would think it would be easier when they get closer, but it's not. Because I can't see the reticle when they're up close. At least it stopped moving by itself. It still moves. Oh. I said that and it started doing it again. Yeah, it's going to the right now. Okay, I thought I'd fixed it. Never mind, I obviously didn't. Cannot hit this guy. If like these would stay straight. I mean, look, I'm not moving it. Gone straight to the right. I'm gonna hold it like this so I can just constantly hit the middle button. My goodness, this is the worst. Calibrate the switch in the switch home settings. Well, I don't want to spend the whole stream calibrating the sticks, to be fair, Seacrest. And there's so many settings it would take forever.
We won't let you have it your way, Curian.
Alright, I mean I did terribly there. How many? 2 credits left? I could definitely do this game on less credits than I've used thus far. So I don't think we're going to get to the end. I'll see if there's an easy difficulty. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not going to hold the left Joy-Con. I can't keep switching between resetting the calibration and firing if I hold the other Joy-Con. It's a shame. It's a good game. It just feels like you have to use or figure out like the exact settings. I think my controllers are slightly broken as well because I couldn't reload like at all earlier.
Ah, it's locked.
And the drift was much worse when I had the aim assist on with the thumbstick, even though I wasn't touching the thumbstick. I think the controllers are slightly broken.
Reload. This must be the security card.
I keep pressing that recenter button. Damn it. 1 credit left, I think.
Reload.
Like, I press it and it shifts to the left. I press it and it shifts to the left. Oh. Run away. Man, whose idea was it make the thing red when everything in this game is red? I can't see it. I think if you shoot them in the head, they're going to go faster, but good luck. Look at this. Press it. Okay. Keeps going to the left. Oh my goodness. Has to be the last coin, right? I'll go left. I mean, I have to go left. Like, look. The Joy-Con aim wants to go left.
Down.
So we're going down. In a perfect world, my reticle would just stay where it is. Sometimes it does. I tried to save you. Reload. Hoping there's some health in some of these boxes. We're going to run out of HP. We'll say, on the plus side, graphics have been improved dramatically. Aside from the aiming controls, which there's probably a way to figure them out. Put my other controller down, it's just vibrating away. Maybe I'll turn the vibration off real quick. Oh yeah, I have to use the other controller for that. Turn the vibration off. It's not like it's going to matter because we're going to go down in a second. Sound gameplay. Turn the vibration off. Can I make the crosshair bigger, actually? Ooh. I'll change the colour of this. It's not going to help it that much, I don't think. Maybe make it like purple. I can see it a little better. Oh. Hey, hope you're doing well, Henry. We are just about to get game over, to be fair. At least they have the auto reload, because otherwise I would not be past the opening, as we saw earlier. I tried, sent that guy down to shoot. It's really difficult, because the aim keeps going off to the side. I mean, I think you guys can kind of see it. The aim just sort of like keeps moving by itself. Like,
It's too late.
it's too late.
This must be the security card.
I mean, it's still alright. It's just these control issues are a big issue.
Unlocked.
Oh, the belly of the beast, so to speak.
Reload.
Yeah, take that. Knew it was coming out there. They got weapons. That flamethrower. You guys got mauls. More or less. Yeah, I'm at credits, right? Yeah. Buy extra credits? Yeah, sure. I'll use some points for credits, whatever. How many credits did we get? Enough to finish the game, I hope. Oh, wait, I missed the button. If I'd had these settings at the start, I think I would have done a lot better. Took me like this amount to like get these settings sorted out. Look at this guy kick flipping his way back up. You doing good, Henry? This guy's firing missiles at me. My goodness, Joycon, stop going to the left. So a little stutter on the
Tyrion.
I must compliment you. I didn't think you could make it this far. However, this is it.
This is it.
Let's see how good you really are.
Oh, not good is the answer to that. The spider. Say weak point was his head. Joycon, I would really like you to stop going to the left so I can hit this thing. So like, as I aim here, I'm constantly having to continuously turn my controller right, increasingly, as the Joy-Con keeps going to the left. Like, it is a ridiculous amount of like offset movement. Reload. Dude, I'll buy another credit if I can. But I should have got hit those last two times. Because the freaking controller. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm having to turn my body to like continuously. Alright, there we go. Aim straight. Don't understand why I won't do the settings sequence. I'm not sure it'll help, to be fair. And like, I don't want to have to exit the game during a live stream and have to mess around with the settings. Because it'll take, I don't know how long it will take, but I'm not sure it'll help. And I've never done it before as well. Like, I don't normally mess with the Joy-Cons. Alright. Next stage. The big Spooder Henry, it was. I mean, I will try after I've done with the stream, but I'm pretty sure it won't make a difference. I don't think I have enough points to get to the end of this. Right. Where's my cursor? Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do a boss rush mode. I might have to have a better time on this guy now. Yeah, it was easier now that I've adjusted it a little bit. Oh, okay, this guy's gonna defeat me. There's just no way. Yeah, there's just no way. I buy an extra continue? I guess so. Man, these keys are hard to see on this blue background. Control is so bad. Yeah, this guy's gonna murder my continues. I guess I have 2 more of those I can do. I'm pretty sure I'm hitting him in the head there. It's hard because like it's so difficult to like move over to him when you're adjusting for it like drifting to the left anyway. Very difficult to like get that precise aiming there, even though it's in the same place each time. Alright, yeah, this guy's gonna destroy me. I tried though, a valiant attempt against a game with pretty bad controls. Really unlocked. Hey, appreciate you following me over on Twitch as well, Daniel. I mean, you can see there's multiple paths, which is cool. If there is a easy difficulty mode, then I think I could get to the end. Because we made it pretty far. Let's have like one last look at the settings. Oh, I can change the difficulty. Right. Or a classic modern. Right, I mean, I think I think I could do it with easy difficulty. I've adjusted the controls now enough that I think I could do it from the start. Is there anything else I can really do here that's going to help? It still kind of like goes off on its own. Alright. Let me look up how you adjust Joy-Con controls, because it's always a freaking like bunch of pretending. On system settings, apparently.
Please, help! Everyone is getting killed.
And you can calibrate on that. Alright. I will try and adjust the controls on these settings. See if that does a difference. Okay. Here's all of the extras we had, by the way, in this set. Very cool. So I'm just going to go to the system settings for a second. Controllers. I will try and calibrate the motion control, see if it makes a difference. So yeah guys, this is the House of the Dead, of course. Remake. There you go. Came with a bunch of extras. The presentation is lovely. There's the sleeve it came with. There's the like 2 standees it came with. There are the stickers. Alright. Use the Pro Controller, Daniel? Yeah, unfortunately this uses gyro aiming, so I could use the Pro Controller, but I think it's going to be even more difficult with that, to be fair. Alright. So I need to... Let's try this. Hold down the plus and the minus buttons on the controller you wish to... Or, okay, so this... I think it's this one. Move any straps or accessories, place the controller facing up on a flat surface. Alright, fair enough, it's on a flat surface. Calibration complete. Alright. Is that it? Maybe that'll help. Okay, I guess. Okay, I don't think that's going to make a difference, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll load the game up again. Yes, alright. You saw me do it, guys. You saw me do it. I don't think it's going to help. That was weird. Alright, back into the game of House of the Dead Remake on the Switch. I'm going to try playing it on easy, see if we can finish it. Right. I'll keep those settings. I'm going to play it on easy. Hopefully we can finish it. Okay. But you guys saw I calibrated it. I did the calibration. I don't think it's going to help. Maybe it will, and I'm being silly. I think you're just going to need to spend time and adjust those controls in the settings, like over and over and over again until it decides to like get the right thing. I think changing the crosshair color is going to help as well. And I like that you can buy extra continues with your points. That is a thing. So let's see if we can finish the game on this live stream. I would like to do that. I've had, you know, I would say my third attempt was a proper attempt, but I was still adjusting the controls as I went. So this will be like, that was, you know, the practice, and this will be like, try and complete it. Maybe I'll take alternate paths this time. Or try to. I'm not going to bother holding the other controller because I need to reset the gyroscope, the aim a lot rather. Good so far. Damn it. I saved one of them, but I shot the other one. Now it's drifting upwards.
Sophie? Reload!
It might be like a little less bad than it was. It's now drifting upwards instead of instead of right or left.
Rogan, it's you.
That might be a little less bad. That boss is the worst. Ah, you gotta be like super quick to avoid those hits. Save some people I didn't. Oh, we're taking an alternate path here, okay. If anyone wondering, I put auto reload in because the reload just wasn't working for me. I don't know why. That was the first problem I came up against. Just the reload button didn't work. Damn it! Now it's drifting to the left again. Oh boy! Oh boy! Using the controller to be right. Oh boy. Oh, it's all over the place. We got to see some alternate paths though. This is you know, we're taking an alternate path in saving somebody. I tried to save him. I'd have to be super quick to save that person. It's drifting to the left again. We were good for like maybe a couple of minutes. Oh boy. Oh, I see you. Oh, that was close. Lucky I missed him. It's that flying boss is particularly hard because it's got such a small hitbox. Still in trouble? Barrel of fun. What is this, Donkey Kong? I mean, it's still not working out the way I wanted it to, but this might be the closest I'll have to a decent attempt, I reckon. We'll see. It's a bit better. I think it's like, to your point, be right, I think it's like drifting a little bit less. It's like staying a little bit more central. I'm still having to aim like off center for it to be centered.
You okay?
If that makes sense.
I was so scared.
The graphics do look nice, yes. Shame about the controls. I don't think there's really much they could do about it, to be fair. To be completely fair, these are gyroscopics. This is not... It's still doing that thing where like I'm having to like slowly turn my controller to the left to aim like further, if you know what I mean. I shouldn't have taken any hits from this guy, but I'm having to like adjust for it like drifting itself. And, like aim further to that side than I need to. Ooh. Want your body, there you go. Yeah, you see, it kind of just moves itself to the side of the screen.
You must stop, Kyrian, or else something terrible will happen.
Sophie!
Sophie, I saved more people this time, but still not many. Alright, I mean, I still have all of my continues at this point. We'll see. That flying boss, though, is so difficult with this aim. If it was like an actual pointer control, it would be a lot easier. This final form. Unclothed, that's right, be right. Yeah, to be fair, I don't know what they could really do. It is a problem. Like, the gyroscopics aren't really meant for like precise aiming. If they released another controller, if they released like a Wii style controller, like, I don't know, like, are people that opposed to using a sensor bar that they don't want to have a controller that works well? If they just released like a controller with a sensor bar, that would fix the issues. Infrared controller. I mean, I think they did that for, on the PlayStation 3, they did that for, even though the Move was a thing, and the Move does work for it, for Time Crisis they released their own zapper. So I think they should do that. Start seeing two Daniels. Multifarious on different platforms. I don't know, like, I still don't know what I was doing wrong with the reload. I just turned on auto reload. Oh no, I won't go that way this time. I want to try a different way. Yeah. Should not have gone this way. Oh, guess we're going down. I think we are soon to run out of that continue. That extra continue. Yep. Feels that way. Uh oh, keys. There's got to be some extra health in here somewhere. In the kitchen? No snacks? Man.
Thank you.
No problem, person randomly waving their legs. Oh my goodness, stop drifting. Stop drifting to the right. To be fair, this also tells me that, like, when it was way worse when I had my sensitive aim on the other stick, so I think I have Joycon drift anyway. Oh boy. Is it dead zone? Yeah, I tried turning it up from here and it got a little worse. I think I've got it as good as it's gonna get. Oh, okay, I shot them. Oh, that took me out as well? I really got punished for that. First continue as well. Excuse my friend, he's dead tired. I mean, to be fair, I should probably just not stop firing because I've got auto reload turned on. Makes it a little more possible. We'll see if I can get to the end boss. I mean, I think I'm doing better with continues wise than I was, but I lost a lot of continues on that freaking flying boss. I mean, this is supposed to be an unboxing stream, so it's not a big deal if I don't finish the game. Well, I think in my time do finish this game.
Thank you.
Good job they don't know what I did to the last person I tried to save. I suppose it's still, you know, it's... Oh, that was a trick. It's still better than, like... You know, the Xbox 360 Kinect motion controls. Those were awful.
Thank you.
That guy walking like a zombie. That's you're going not on a path this way. What I want to see. Alternate paths. Would be my excuse for going again, right? It's a path of pain, apparently. Oh, sneaky. Those guys were difficult last time I played, so we'll see. Could really do with hitting that golden frog. The extra points help for continues. Damn it! Hit her as well. Meant to save him. I'm just hitting all of the good guys, aren't I? Well, I did not do a good job saving them. Desert can be tricky, Daniel. Yeah. This guy can be tricky. This guy is the guy that took all of my continues last time. I've got no excuse, really. Well, I mean, I'm still going to blame the controls, but... Oh, his weak point is his chest? I thought it was his head. That explains a lot. Done nothing to him yet. Be nice if my Joycon would stop drifting to the side. Okay, always hits me with that attack. Alright, yeah, this explains a lot. It's his chest, not his head. Yeah, okay, it's a lot easier than I thought he was. They were, I should say, sorry. I was aiming for their head last time, that's why I couldn't get them, like, at all. I suppose I was just getting lucky by hitting the, other place. I hope you can turn off the reload sound effect, to be fair. Gone. Oh, there's a continue. So I used a million continues on this guy last time, so... Stop making me aim down. It's very difficult.
Reload. 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 Reload.
Alright, he's done. Well, I mean, I was on like 2 continues last time from here. Yeah, don't be a survivor in this zombie world, be right. MVL's gonna shoot you by accident.
We won't let you have it your way, Tyrion.
Oh, look at those X's. So 2 of those were me. At least 2 of them, actually, were me shooting them. I keep saying reload, it's annoying. Maybe you can turn that off, maybe. It is fairly annoying that it keeps saying that. Maybe you can. Maybe it's in the sound options. Reload. Reload. I hope it's not like getting picked up by my microphone as well, to be fair. There might be a bit of echoing. I will have some AI on my microphone to stop it doing that. Help me, Leon! Let's quickly see if there's a way to turn it off. I have to use the other stick here. Sound, maybe? Maybe you'd have to turn off the dialogue. You'd probably have to turn off the dialogue. I feel like that's what it would be. Turn off all dialogue. Maybe then it will stop doing it. Oh man, that's annoying. Didn't realise that guy would hit me through there.
Ah, it's locked. Reload. Reload.
Reload. Just have to learn to love it. Reload. Reload.
This must be the security card.
The old Resident Evil 4. Help me, Leon, from Ashley. Oh, that guy hit me?
Unlocked.
There are way too many zombies to deal with there. Oh crap. Yep, yep, escape. Almost shot them as well. Totally knew what I was doing. Totally. Hey, take care, Daniel. Thanks for checking out the stream, my friend. And I will catch you next time. For anyone just tuning in, or they've watched this video back and arbitrarily jumped to the end, I apologise for misunderstanding the controls at the start. I had a couple of test goes and I couldn't get to grips with the controls. To be fair, I think anyone playing this will probably have the same experience, so it is an accurate representation where you'd at least spend a while to figure out what's going on with these controls to get it. Like, I mean, it's still not great, it's just playable. I'm gonna go right because I went left last time. Oh man, regular zombies are kicking my butt this time.
Down.
And the Joycon sort of just does what it wants. If it like always went in one direction, it will be fine, but it like changes the direction it wants to go. I'm so surprised I saved that person. Oh. So I think I got it to like playable but still awkward. Whoa, check out that slowdown for a second. A zombie just popped into existence. Yeah, the points will help for extra continues. guys from the malls are the worst. Oh my goodness. Cannot believe I saved that guy. Oh, you also get to skip that room, so you fight less zombies that way. Interesting. Oh, they fire grappling hooks at you. I think if you hit those guys like dead in their chest, they go down in one hit. Every zombie has different weak spots. Or it could be that I'm playing on easy difficulty. But, you know, with these controls, normal kind of feels like hard. I mean, easy, to be fair. To a certain extent feels like hard. Take that on the path if I can. Wow, oh yeah, that guy is armor in the chest. That's why he hit me. Burn all the axes at me. Wants to ask me a question. I know what you're thinking, hit them in the head. Harder than it sounds when the controller goes off to random places by itself. Yeah, they do. I think they have the heart exposed, a bit like tyrants in Resident Evil. But yeah, the controller keeps drifting. And right now it's drifting to the left. It's like offset, and that's kind of weird. Change the color to purple. It's like easier to see, but still, when there's a lot of like gore going on, it's still tough.
I must compliment you. I didn't think you could make it this far. However, this is it. Let's see how good you really are.
So the spider isn't normally that bad. Normally. I always find the edges of the Joycon to be a bit sharp, but that's why they give you like attachments to that. Reload. Yeah, the boss isn't normally that bad, but the kind of like movement of this. You see, I should have taken it out then, but like as you can see, it keeps moving to the like left of the screen. There you go. I should have had that on its last attack though.
I'll get you, Kyrian.
I'll get you, Korean. I've still got 6 credits left. I think I had like 2 here last time, maybe. Dodge projectiles? You can dodge? Alright. Six credits and maybe about up to 4 extra credits worth of continues from the points. Hopefully that's enough to do the final chapter. Every bit of help is important.
Unlocked.
Oh yeah, this guy. Come on, controller, stop playing around now. Stay in the center. My god, I shouldn't get hit by this guy, seriously. Keeps like drifting to the right. The one time I'd like it to drift to the left. Guy is not an issue. I just cannot compensate for this aiming. There you go. Got his body. This guy took me out last time. To be completely fair, I think I misunderstood how to battle him until just now as well. I could not see my reticle then, I lost my eyes on it. It's when it like it takes itself to like the far side of the screen and I have to recenter it. It's like I'm constantly like pulling to the left to stop it going to the right. This is gonna be really tough. This is why he got me last time. Man, I got him that time. Fortunately, most of the bosses go in the middle, so like even with the thing like randomly switching to the right, you can sort of like reset the button and then get them closer. That time the one time it did not strafe to the right randomly. I didn't need to reset on the fly, I was able to resist. There we go. Much easier than last time. I guess we got to see that. We're not going to get like a good ending because we didn't save everybody, but... Oh, look at that frame rate. Oh boy. It continues getting used up here. Although this does look really good, like visually. Pulling against the controls the whole time though. That was completely accidental because I was trying to aim right, but the Joycon drifted left into that guy's maul. Here it is, the ultimate bioweapon.
There's no way out, Kyrian.
I must admit, I really respect your consistency. But you will never, ever defeat me. Say hello to my masterpiece.
Say hello to my not so little friend.
Who are you? Nobody gives me instructions. I shall destroy everything.
What happened? Why don't you follow my instructions?
Kept the cheesy voice acting deliberately. Let this be our final battle. His weak points are the oh, I'm gonna struggle with this. His weak points are the like thigh and the arm. I got hit every single time thus far. Doing so little damage to him. If I can stop him firing by hitting him. Yeah, there you go. And the fire tends to be like the biggest area to do it. A lot of balls. Having the auto reload here really helps. I can't imagine trying to do this with a regular reload. It wasn't working at all when I tried to use it previously. Can you imagine doing a 1 credit run on this? 1 CC run. Well, yeah, still got continues apparently. Even though we're skipping through the credit screen real fast. Reload. Man, he's staying in good spots as well. I just can't keep my aim on those areas, adjusting for the drift. I know I've complained about it a lot, but really, it's a big issue. Stay down. Yeah, I guess it's best to not go for the balls there, just go for the fly. As weird as that sounds. Where the flesh armor of that creature is revealing the actual flesh. I'm gonna get hit this time, I know it. Nope, we're good. Alright, we got it. Nice. Without dipping into the extra credit continues as well.
See anything yet.
Hasta la vista, baby. Terminated.
Everything is over. I have nothing more to lose. However, I must go on.
Totally natural dialogue there. So I didn't save everybody, and as you guys saw, I accidentally friendly fired
Farewell, Sophie.
some people. No one will know about that. Alright. With 3 credits remaining, we got the third ending. How appropriate. We had 3, I would say, perhaps practice runs beforehand to get the control sorted out before playing it. So, how do I feel about the control on the Joycon? It's not good. I'll be honest, guys. I'm normally one who likes to be very positive about things. I will say that when I had adjusted the correct settings, I'm not sure if adjusting the Joycon controls on the Switch settings itself actually helped or not, because I think it was very similar controlling before then. Although I do appreciate the advice to do that. I have never done that before, or never needed to do that, I should say. I remember from playing Mario Galaxy on the, which was a Wii game ported to the Switch on the Mario 3D All-Stars collection, that the 3D aim was really bad on that anyway. Or I should say, sorry, the gyroscopics in place of Wii infrared aiming was really bad. So I knew that this would be difficult. There are probably settings you can pick. There's probably settings to make it a little bit easier. So I rescued 0 people on that stage, but I don't think there was anyone to rescue on the last stage. I could be wrong. A number of survivors were taken out, some by my own hand by accident, some I never took the paths to see, so their fate is unknown. But yes, House of the Dead Remake. It's still a fine game. You could put performance mode on. You could see the difference actually when we went through one of the practices. I showed a little bit of the performance mode. It basically turns the lighting effects off, or at least it seems to. And it seems to run a bit smoother. And that was cool. I saw the odd, point where the frame rate slowed down a little bit or it stuttered for a moment. I saw the odd moment where textures, or not textures rather, but items would pop in to frame. In one particular point it was a zombie that did that. So that was something to be aware of. It's still doable. I would say if you're going to run the motion controls, it was, for me, at least for me, it was like 1.3 on the dead zone, and I think I put it to 2, I forget, like 2 on each of the sensitivity on the Y and the X axis, and it was still moving to the side. Sometimes it would, like when I started this run that was the completed go, it was like initially going up, and then it seems to me, maybe it's the way I play, but it would go either left or it would go right. So that was a bit weird. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad it came out. I'm glad it got a physical edition. I'm glad it got a version that has the motion controls enabled. It would be interesting to see if a PC version of this comes out down the line that has compatibility with, let's say, the Polymega light gun, which uses the mouse and it uses a camera to detect, or the Sinden light gun. It uses a camera in it to detect like the shape of a screen, the square shape of a screen, and then wherever the camera is pointing, it detects the mouse pointer as being there. So that's an interesting technology that might make the PC version the best version if they can implement that into it, or if that works with it. Then you could probably play it as if you were playing a Zapper game, and it would probably be pretty good. I imagine, and it's something I might look up, there are probably like sweet spot settings for this game to make it less troublesome. If you could, and maybe you can, and I didn't see the option, change some of the buttons around. I would like to have changed that recentering button. So the recentering button was pushing down on the thumbstick, which is always kind of awkward when you have like the A button to fire. Pushing down on the thumbstick was a little weird. If you could change that to maybe like the SR button here, which like my finger tended to be on as I was, playing, that would be a bit better. Hey Powder Cake, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. I'm just wrapping up. We've completed the main game. It was a little difficult with the motion controls. I had actually 3 attempts previously to go through it, but they were mired by not so much technical difficulties, but more a misunderstanding of how to set up properly. I think, especially as this is a live stream, and as is the nature of doing a live stream unboxing and playing a game for the first time, that is something you will see, and you will see me get a little confused. I could not get the reload to work at all. The reload button, maybe I had to. So in the original game, to do the reload, you had to fire off the screen. I don't know if that was what I was not doing right, or what was going on there, or if like on the Wii version, for example, on the Wii version to reload, you simply like jerked the controller in a direction. So I'm not sure if there was something going on there. Hey Roof, are you missed it? Hey, no worries, buddy. I will have this video archived, and if you do watch this back, there were a couple of early attempts. I was just mentioning, actually, I took about 3 attempts before I had a good run, because I had to mess around with the controls. Controls on this game are very difficult, but I am glad to say I did just complete it, so that was that. We will continue. There we go. So that's that. Hope you guys are doing well as well. Appreciate you dropping by. And you can see all of the items we had contained in this edition, the Limidead edition of House of Dead. I'm glad to get, I mean, I was going to get this version anyway, because at the time of this video, this is the only physical copy. So I was going to grab a physical copy regardless, because that's, you know, that's how I am, man. I'm going to grab the physical version. So that was cool. Alright. Oh, I enter my name here? Okay, we're going to enter MVL. Let's do that. Enter the name and the scores. I'm not sure it's going to be like a great score, but we'll do that. Oh, that was the wrong button. Use the keypad. Yeah, let's use the keypad. There we go. It was a nice gimmick to have the typewriter there. Very Resident Evil, if you will, but... Alright. And... Oh, confirm is plus. Alright, okay. There we go. Entered the name in there of MVL for the agent. Good stuff. Anyway, guys, it's been a lot of fun to play through this. And it was, yes, difficult to set up. It became, to be fair, it became a lot more playable on my final attempt. Although I still was fighting against the drift of the Joycon controller. I was still fighting against it pulling to the side a lot, so that was something I had to deal with. Alright, we have the only score in there, to be fair, on this version. Alright. So there you go. And then there is, of course, the Horde Mode, which has way more enemies, so that's the thing that it has as well. Did I see the frame rate stutter on the credits there? That's crazy. Crazy! To get into the end credits. But yes, so I don't think the controls are something they can really fix on a patch. If I'm completely honest, I don't think it's something they can fix with a patch. It is the controller itself that is kind of at odds here. It is not the same controller as the Wii controller, so it is not as good for this type of game. However, I would still love to get more of this type of game come out for the Switch. I hope they do. I know they're working on number 2, House of Dead 2 Remake. I hope they port 4, because there's no physical version of 4. There's an online version of 4 on the PS3, and that won't be attainable going forward, as that's, you know, at the end of its run. That is the shop, online shop on the PlayStation 3. It's not going to be available forever. I also hope they port Crimson Dawn, which currently is still an arcade exclusive. I hope they port this over, and I guess my biggest hope is that they release a peripheral to use as the zapper. Another game done. Yeah, that's right, Seacrest. This was maybe, it wasn't the hardest House of the Dead I've played, even with those controls. Some of the others have been harder, but it was hard with the controls, I'll say that. And, you know, anyone watching this will be noted that I did complain about the controls of this game through the entirety. Hey, appreciate you guys checking out the stream as well, my friends. Appreciate it. It's been a tough one. It's a tough GG, an earned GG against. I will, I reckon, off stream, of course, probably play with these settings to try and figure out what's the best settings. At least it's going to be dependent on your own Joy-Con, I think, because it's going to be calibrated differently depending on your Joy-Con. So I will mess around with the settings to try and get the best settings, and if I find settings that are better, I might post those settings on social media to say, this seemed to work better. If I can find a setting where the controller isn't moving by itself, and to be fair, I don't think there's going to be any setting that does that because it is gyroscopics. It is probably going to not calibrate so well to the point. What would have been nice, actually, is if they'd included a calibration screen like you got in a lot of Zapper games, where you chose a fixed point that you're holding the controller, like a fixed angle, and then that was the center of the screen, and then if you move from that, that would always be the center. But I think that was what happened when I did the calibration on the controller settings anyway, and that still didn't really help that much. It helped a little bit, at least initially it did, so appreciate that as well. But yeah, guys, I'm glad, you know, regardless, I'm glad that they brought this back. You of course could use a Pro Controller for sure, Like, that would be a way to do it. Just use the regular aiming controls. It might be the best way to do it, to be fair. Might be the best way to do it, just use regular controls. There are a lot of Zapper games that play like that. For example, the PlayStation 3 ports and the Switch ports of the Galgun games, which are on-rails shooters. They use just regular aiming controls and it works perfectly fine. It's the gimmick that I like of the motion controls. That's another thing I wanted on this version, to be sure. And I appreciate they did it. And like I said, this is the only physical version at this time, so this was going to be the version that I got. So again, guys, if you're watching this or you skip to the end, you would have seen, or would not have seen rather, thank you for playing, smiley face emoticon. It took me a number of attempts to get the controls correct. A number of practice attempts, if you will. Alright then. Post-credit scene. Oh, she's a zombie. Because we didn't get a good ending, to be fair. we definitely did save some people because I accidentally hit them. Alright. But it's still completed. Alright guys, so there you go. Just to sum up what we got in the set again. We had the lenticular cover. There it is. Love that. With this card in there, very cool 3D card. In case you are just coming in at the end, you want to see what's in there. You have the two standees, which are slightly stuck to each other. I'm actually just going to leave them flat and just leave them included in there. Those are cool. We had the sticker sheet. Oh, sheet of stickers. And of course we had the game itself, which was the main thing I wanted. The only physical version of this at this time. I do hope they are able to release maybe a controller. If they released a controller and patched the use of that in, I wouldn't mind that. Normally I'm not a big fan of patches on games, but if they were to release like an infrared controller and patch that in, I would be all for it. I guess it depends on how well this game does. They are working on the second game, House of the Dead 2 Remake. We'll see how that does. Maybe they'll release a controller for it. I've seen people using like plastic shells, like the Wii zappers, if you will, which are just plastic shells with controllers in. I think it's going to be harder to play with those. Hope they release like an actual like zapper style controller. But there you go guys. House of the Dead Remake on the Switch. Completed, unboxed. Or breaking the seal, if you will, considering that there wasn't a lot to unbox in it. It's been really cool to play it. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Hope you bore with me through the technical difficulties and had a good time. I've at least had a good time in finishing it. And it was cool to grab it. So there you go. House of the Dead Remake Limited Edition on the Nintendo Switch. Thank you for watching. I have been MVL, and I will catch you next time. There you go.